Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do us for the teams for this week. Now what we do is we get into our buy, hold, and sell and captain's choices. So let's buy.
Targets acquired.
Right now, Skiddy, it's time to get your team pre-mode out, isn't it?
Yep. Pre-mode out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It should be a whole team of primos by now, so that's what we're looking for if you need to make any of those ones. You downgrade to these lower price guys. Evans, Showmakers, Humphreys, they're our main ones that we want to be targeting.
100%.
But guys that we can look in for, I've got a couple from each position here if people still need them. Caldwell, 127 last week, horse. He's looked all right against the Pies. Paris worries me. I'm not sure they're in the forward line. Or who's your man that you'd rather bring in for the forwards if you had the cash?
If I had the cash, unlimited cash, and I had to pick one, I would pick Isaac Rankin.
Yeah.
578, splits his time forward and mid. He's quite a dynamic player, and you can see that Matthew Nicks loves the ball in his hands. So I'm not a big Adelaide fan, but he's a very ideal Supercoach option for us if you have the cash and if his hamstrings stick together for the remainder of the year. Someone I do like that's flying under the radar, but has got a new role in the last couple of weeks is Sam de Koning, Skiddy. At 365K and a break even of 10. If you've got the trades, is this someone that you could take a risk on?
I'm going to probably take a risk on him. Yeah, I like his upcoming run against Hawthorn, Collingwood, and Western Bulldogs. So I like that matchup there for SDK. It just depends if he stays in the ruck, which I think he will. I think they're trying to showcase him and trying to convince him that he can be the main ruck going down there like he wants to do. Horse, if there's one midfielder I want or that I'd have in my team, I think it's Caleb Sarong. I love the run coming up. I love the run home. I love what he's able to produce. I like this matchup as well. Coming up for the Dockers against the Tigers. He had 137 last time against them. He's just a jet. He's unbelievable. Even if he gets tagged, he can still put up scores.
It sounds so wrong that we're talking about him as a buy option at this time of year, but it is so right that you need him in your team. So this guy's a genuine jet. And at, what is he, 550 something K right now? I feel like this is as cheap if you do not have him that you're going to get him for the remainder of this year.
The reason why I love him so much, Horse, is because even if he gets tagged, he genuinely can still get Supercoach scores. We've seen with Merritt, he can go to like the 80s. Neil can get completely tagged out of a game. Clary's nothing. But Sarong can still do damage around the ground.
100%, mate. Time to find out who we're selling, mate. All right, so it's time to upgrade your mid prices, guys, and then you've just got to get your primos in, don't you, Skiddy?
Yep, that's 100% right there, Horse. It's time to upgrade the likes of, let's say, like Kyle Lomans, Darcy Wilson, W Train, unfortunately. And then, so these are the kind of guys that we want to go, even though I've said Darcy Wilson's been a trade-out option for about 5 weeks now, but that's okay. Players that are primos or were primos, Horse, that have gone down a fair amount that we are starting to worry about. One is Matt Rao. Him on the wing just does not get it done.
Hate it. He is an in and under beast who gets his points from contested possessions and tackles. You play someone whose strengths are contested ball and tackles on a wing where you're relied to basically run up and down the ground, almost on a treadmill sometimes, aka Jeremy Sharp, and he's not going to score well. So if you've got him, unfortunately, it's a time to sell. If you're running low on trades, you've just got to hold him and hope it changes, but I do not like the role that he has at the moment. Someone else who I don't like the role of, and that's Luke Jackson from Freo, mate.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more there, mate. The only thing I will say about Marau is that could have been matchup dependent against Collingwood. We'll see how he goes against North here. Jackson, Darcy, we've been saying it for so long. Darcy kills him. And I I just can't see where he gets these massive scores from anymore. He's just going down the ranks as well in the forwards. I feel like there's other forwards that are able to have a better crack at it than him.
Yep.
You know who I'm selling, Horse? Every single Tigers player. I'm off.
This is the first time we've had a full football club on the sell list.
Nah, I'm done.
Everyone's gone.
They got no value, and even the guys that do have value, they've been shit. So I'm done on them.
Do you know what they get?
Brother, what's that?
Yeah, 100%, Horse. Could not agree more. But you tell me about your man, or who he was your man. He's not anymore. Tell me about the Sexton.
Nah, piss him off. Get rid of him, unless you need a warm body this week.
It is North as well. Let's remember that.
Yeah, North to win. $3.10. Get on it.
My boy, I love when you talk dirty to me. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
The rotations are fluctuating though, so it's hard.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Blight's also a good shout, Deadly.
Yeah,
for a downgrade option. Yeah.
So we've spoken about who we're buying. We've spoken about who we're selling.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty important that we talk about who we should hold. What are we holding?
Agates.
Okay.
Agates.
So,
agates are another word for nuts.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So, Skiddy, when we're talking about guys you can hold, there are certain mid prices who we think that you should sell this week, but there are a couple of mid prices that we could potentially hold in order to make more cash for the back end of the year, mate.
Yeah, mate. And there's three guys that I've identified and that we both think that can still make cash, especially coming up these games. Rebel, the sandwich maker, he's got a break even of 20. He's about 306K.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can make a little bit more that we can just juice out of him. Joe Richards, one more week. He's got a break even of 3 or -3. It's one of the two.
Okay.
So I think Joe Richards can just be a hold this week against Essendon, as long as he's not the sub. If he's the sub, we bail out bloody quickly and get rid of him. Will Graham from Gold Coast, if you still have him, it's not the week to sell him coming up against North Melbourne if he is playing. So I like all those three guys. Warner or Biggie, a chance of coming back, says Armored Frog. I don't think so.
No.
Definitely not Biggie. Biggie is definitely not coming back.
Biggie's absolutely done, isn't he, mate?
Griffin Logue could be coming back this week for North, so there's a chance of that. And then he's done.
Yeah. That'll do us for who we're holding this week, ladies and gentlemen, because we are talking about getting our teams to primo as quickly as we can. And if you're not there yet, it has to be in the next couple of weeks.
Horse, you've seen these from Deadly, by the way?
What's that?
Have you been seeing these buy, hold,
sell
Deadly?
Yeah, I've started a few, so I'm going to bring them up soon.
Oh, fantastic. Good.
Yeah.
Because they're elite.
Yeah, he's doing okay, the boy. Don't mind his stuff.
He always does. He's hilarious.
You know what? He might even make this list.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
I'm watching out for a multi that Deadly's going to put in our chat in the Discord that we'll bring up in our punters chat later on, mate.
I'm watching out for Kiss's Gat. That's what I'm watching out for.
Yeah, we like that. And there has been a mention of that during this podcast that we'll bring up later as well, mate. But at the top of my watch list this week, it is how the operations work in the Essendon backline. Is it Ridley? Is it Martin? Is it Redmond? Or is it Laverde? Who's scoring points? Like, it's all over the place at the moment.
I knew the Essendon backline was completely up to shit when Laverde went 120. That's when I pull it and go, hang on a second here. So, that's. I really want to see if there is any juice that we can get out of it, but I'm starting to worry about Ridley just in that aspect. But I think this is going to be a good one for Collingwood because Collingwood's forward line ain't great. We have to remember it's not the they don't have any tall timbers, they don't have massive options down there. So this is where Essendon's backline could really go. All right, there, Horse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the Gold Coast midfield's rotation because we saw
especially the Diddley,
and especially Matt Rao. Oh, we got to stop saying that because that's doing me in. There's a lot that's going on there. So I want to see the rotation. I want to see if that was just because of the Collingwood matchup or if they're going to stick with it. Because in the last North game, Diddley was completely off of halfback and it was just Rowell, Anderson and Miller with a bit of Will Graham thrown in there. Gotcha. So that's what I really want to watch to see if it's just that Collingwood game or if this is how they're going to move going forward.
Yeah, gotcha.
Because Matt Rowell wing can get stuffed.
Yeah, I can just get in the bin for all I care.
Agreed.
Something else that can get in the bin is Laird not off half back. We want him at half back for the remainder of the year.
Yep, agreed. Absolutely agreed. If not, then bugger him. And I'm going to keep an eye out on all the taggers that we have this week, Horse. Will Phillips could go to Diddley or Tuk Tuk. So we're going to watch that there. I think Bedford, if he's going to tag, the only option is Walsh. James Jordan, I would guess that the only player that they would be worried about would be Jack Sinclair off of halfback, because can't see it being Steele, and I would absolutely shit myself if it's Paddy Dow. You could not tag a least damaging midfielder.
No, can't be.
No.
Can't be.
No, mate.
So, mate, do you want to get cracking with your captains?
Yeah, let's get some cappies.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
Hit us with your best shot, mate. You have done some fair digging this week, and
As
you
always.
brought up some pretty good numbers here, mate, that I think the ladies and gentlemen at home are going to want to hear.
You know what, Horse? I'm not normally like the most confident person that toots my own horn, but I don't think my captain's choices rarely miss. Unless there's a complete out there, I at least get one of them that's at least, up there in the top 5, I reckon. So keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen. This will be helping you here. Bontempelli, 3 times, 120 plus last 3 against Port Adelaide, and he was unbelievable last week, in great form. Max Gawn, I'm putting on here, Horse, because the Eagles do give up the most Supercoach points to rucks. Gawn doesn't play well against the Eagles, but you know what Max Gawn also doesn't do? Play 2 shit ones in a row. And last week was crap. I feel like this could be a Gawny one. One that I would really like to do, Horse, and that is Luke Ryan from Fremantle. He had 197 last time against the Tigs.
Fade CKC.
I don't care. Ryan is going to go well this week against Richmond again. But also too, this man too, Horse. Caleb Sarong is going to have a blinder.
Sounds so right. Sounds so right. And Richmond give up the most amount of points to mids. And it's in WA.
Even better, Horse. Love to see that. Nick Dacos, 128, 145 last 2 against the Bombers. He loves playing against the Bombers in these big games. As does Zach Merritt, 123 times his last 3 times against the Pies. So we love to see that. I'm going to put this one in here on form alone, Horse. And how can I look past Josh Dunkley? Because Dunkley's been amazing as of late.
Quad double last week.
And this man, Horse.
The chips.
Paddy Cripps, 142 on form. He's been unbelievable. I can see him having another big one, especially without Josh Kelly in there for the Giants. And if Walsh gets tagged, it's going to be another Cripps show.
Absolutely, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do us for captain's choices this week. If you want to know the best teams to score against when we're talking defense, mid, rucks, or forwards, jump into our Discord. Skiddy has done a power of research, and you will find this very interesting. So if you're not already in the Discord, the description is below. Jump in, and he will provide these in our Discord, and that will give you premium access to the teams or players that you're going to want in the next couple of weeks, where teams or players do score well against these teams, and even teams that don't allow scores as well. So you're not bringing in a potential primo to play against a team that does not give up points very easily.
I do more work on this than Andrew Dillon does watching the umpiring this year. I'll tell you that. I'll guarantee you that. I will guarantee you that.
That's huge. Mate, before we get into our questions, I think it's only fair that we bring up Kiz's Gap.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
If you lads like winning coin, you'll be getting into the Punters Club section of our Discord and having a look at Kiz's GAT, which stands for Goal Kicking Heightened Accumulation Tendencies, or Kiz's GAT for short, where he finds the best players that are out of position to be able to score the most amount of goals, to be able to ride that train and win us some coin. We also get the boys that come in with the quick little money doublers. They normally hit, which is fantastic to see. We have big multis, small multis. You bet as much as you like. Can be $1, $5, $10, $100.
I'm a $5 man.
Yeah, yep. I'm a 10 or a 20. We just all we like to do is just ride these together. So just come on in, say good day, throw in your slips, whatever you want to do. We just like to win them together. And as we always say, Horse, you bet within your means and you Lockie Bramble responsibly.
I will never make that mistake again. You will always Lockie Bramble responsibly, and you can only bet what you can afford to lose.
Skiddy deadly in the tennis actually as well in there, which is nice.
He loves the tennis, doesn't he?
He nailed it too.
Skiddy, we've got 50 questions started, so we better get cracking.
It's question time. Let's answer your questions for the week ahead.
We still need
Let's go right. So I've gone right to the top, mate. So if there's any new ones down below, I'll have to rely on you once we get to the end. But our man that rarely, actually never misses, Jonas. Yeah. Pickles is the kind of bloke to hear Skiddy's roast of Laura Kane and march down AFL House to get himself some and suffer severe carpet burn in the process.
I was out the front of the Channel 7 studios this morning, and I was just like, Laura Kane, where are you? Be better.
She needs to be a lot better. You see last week, 2 weeks ago, how she came out and said, look, we're going to do this all year. We're going to come out. We're going to talk about the umpiring. Yeah. And then 2 weeks later, the AFL, like, you made an absolute fool of yourself, love. Just stay inside.
Yeah, don't do that. We're happy to talk about it when it's North, that we're on the end of it, the bad end of it. But when there's other teams, no. We're not having that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Deadly brings up a good point here. I'm going to run through the Supercoach Guns NFL League again. If you're into NFL, we've got an NFL comp running. So DM us and we'll get you involved in that.
Yeah, Guns and Maverick are going fantastic. They're flying.
Yeah, aren't they? Jonas the Goat. Pickles is the kind of bloke who watched the presidential mass debate thinking Trump and Biden were a bickering married couple.
I'll tell you, I could not give a stuff about their golf swings. Could not care less, Horse.
That Biden bloke seriously looked like he's going to die.
Oh, I've got a good thing about Biden.
Yeah.
That's my Joe Biden impersonation.
Well done. I thought you'd actually stalled there. Well done.
Thank you.
Slim, how you doing, mate? Thanks for joining us. Paul Vards, our man. How are you, Paulie? Full premium team with 5 trades left. Only 3 live bodies on the bench. Do I trade in live bodies or save trades for sideways across primos? Cheers. Save your trades, brother. You've got 3 players on the bench generating you coin. You've got 5 trades left. You've got a full team of primos. If everyone's playing, hold, mate. Including this week, you've got 8 rounds left. You've got finals. No doubt you're doing well in your league, mate. Hold on, because there may be games coming up where people might be rested. You know, you've got North Melbourne and West Coast and Richmond who are vying for the top or bottom 3 picks or the top picks in the draft. You've got Sydney who are 3 games clear on top and may start resting players as well. So hold those trades, brother.
Yep, I absolutely agree there, Horse. You bang on the money.
Talk two.
Talk two. Talk two.
He gets one.
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
There you go. He deserves it, though. He comes up with some good stuff.
Oh, buddy.
Jasper, our man Jasper. How you doing, brother? Where does the North tags go this week, Skiddy?
I would be saying it's either Tuk or it's the Diddley. They're the 2 that I would assume. You can't go to Flanders.
No. 2 games at 145. Only saving grace is you have options if Kelly is on 1 game.
I don't, because I'm going to have to watch the North game. So I'm not happy about that if it's North, which it will be.
Do you know what? If it is the North game, I am going to be at the mother and father-in-law's this weekend, but I'll take my tablet and my gear. So if Kelly Underwood's on, I'll jump on, I'll start a feed, and we'll just talk shit during the game, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll sort that.
I love that, mate. Absolutely.
Bryce, lads, is Fisher going to play this weekend? I fucking hope so.
Yeah,
what do you think, mate?
I think there's a world where Colin McKercher is saying that he's right to go, and I reckon he'll just be like a 1-for-1 trade of 1-for-1 likeness swap in for Fisher this week. So we'll just have to wait and say. I will let you guys know in the Discord when I hear more.
Our man Ian Johnson, is Andrew Dillon the reincarnation of Joe Biden? Both have no idea what they're talking about.
It's got me stuffed how he thinks the umpires are doing a good job, mate.
Andrew Dillon is like that manager that's never done a day in the trenches, but's there for all the accolades. Yep. We all have those people at work. Fucking can't stand those guys. Our man, the GOAT, Gorm will be having an early Father's Day present this year. 100. That's what I said. 175.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting.
I
You
think
said that
I think
video
I
of
was-
you said that video of Gorn on the bike with his kid, and his kid was singing
Yeah, I
the
did.
Carlton theme song.
Yeah, like
Oh God, that kid's helmet would be coming off so quickly if that was Martin. No, you don't sing
Nope.
that crap.
that. Ian Johnson, upsize Zinger box, lads. Subscribe for the lads. What a man. Good
Oh,
on you, Ian.
well done. Thank you, Ian.
And the
It's so right.
BBL
What
is
it?
coming, my man.
And get a zinger on the side as well. Extra burger. It doesn't even cost that much.
Angeline, Bruce, I can't
Ange.
watch the pod tonight because but looking forward to the replay in the morning. Many of my Uber Premios need weakest piss be better. Rocket Skiddy. Sarong, Zeret, Houston, English. I'm firmly looking at you.
I'll do a little one for you there, and it's just because I'm feeling pretty generous at the moment. Sarong, Merritt, Houston, English. Can't be as shit as last week. Weak as piss. Be better.
Good.
Got you.
Enjoying the banter, everyone, and don't forget to smash the like button. Good luck for
Oh.
round 17. What a lady.
Atta girl. We love to see
And
that.
hey, legends, would you trade the bleached one in? I love that she's just jumping straight in and calling nicknames here in order to pull Dacos into the midfield and grab Sinclair. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
He's not working out as a pod, but should I hold him? No.
Yeah.
Jordan tag coming for Sinclair? Potentially.
Potentially, yes, absolutely. So you could
But
wait
I'd still get
another
rid of
week.
him because Sinclair overall is going to score more than the bleached one.
Can absolutely say that. Can wait a week as well if need be.
Pickles is the kind of bloke who thinks the best line since sliced bread is Kelly Underwood starring as the meat in the sandwich.
I don't know. Yeah, let's move on from that one. But all I'd say is anything with Kelly Underwood is a no.
I do like sandwiches. He won't play enough forward in. We're talking about Pickles here. He won't play enough forward with the forward line Ken's running. He's finally playing Lord over Dixon. You know what? And this is our man who knows a lot about the Port Adelaide Footy Club here.
Yep.
I'm gonna back my man in here and say just spot on the money.
Yep, I'll agree to that too.
Watched Evans off the ball. He was barking orders at the likes of Jones to get into position. It was brilliant. Good. Love to see it.
Not enough young guys do that. I love to see that. Use your voice. It's one of the most powerful weapons you have in footy.
Absolutely. Our man Skids Fitz, who's currently sitting 500th overall. Sweet. Ruined my season. Well, I ruined it by trading Grundy. Oh, poor bloke. Sometimes they're hit and misses, mate. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Gents, how are we? No question from me. Today's horse kindly answered it to no worries, brother. Thank you for joining us anyway. You're a good man. Kizza finds value better than the oldies on Antiques Roadshow.
Mate, there's a great pump up because they do some absolute outstanding work. I can't believe some of the stuff that they say, like they find in there. Oh, here's a medal from 1560. Oh, that's going to be worth 400 grand.
You know what? And Ahmed Frey brings up a good point here. If anyone jags all the cups, they should get Maxie's footy from your front yard.
I can't do that to Max. Don't you dare insinuate that I'd give away Max's footy. I've never
I think it's your weekly reminder to give Maxie a shout out, mate.
Max, come on, mate. Come get the footy. It's still sitting there for you. It's still there. The dog's not going to bite. Kev's a good boy. He can't get to you anyway. Come get the footy, Max.
Going to have to send out a public service announcement soon. Very good statistical data here from our man that loves to take the PI55. Dylan Moore is the free kick king, on track to have the biggest differential in the history of the game. He has received 141 free kicks for and only 42 against for his career.
Wow, I would not have penciled him in there, but, makes sense. Jack Ginnivan's on his team, so he's been getting.
And then more of Jonas. Pickles is the kind of bloke who thinks Toby Bedgord got his name from sleeping on a bed of nails.
Oh, well,
I like it.
Not bad.
Okay. Hear me out here. If the cone stays down back and does become a decent forward gamble, feels like Bevo is pimping up his trade value. Good point.
He looked bloody good, but the one thing I would say about that, Ahmed, is that was against North. So if he does stay down there this week against Port, then and he plays well, then we can definitely start having a look at the cone.
Deadly. Someone put a soccer ball at Massimo's foot. Get him on the Marconi Stallions.
I'll leave that to you.
Horse doesn't get footy.
How about that? That's not a hashtag. Come on.
Yeah. Weak as piss. Be better, mate. Be better.
There's no hurt feelings. All right.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Picksnort are going to ton up again this week. Nah,
he's high on Clary. Okay. I can see Clary getting a ton this week.
He's higher than Clary. What Clary is high.
Oh, well, exactly right. That's why Clary's not getting these 130s anymore because he's off it.
100%. Kizza, I've got some gats for you this week, Skiddy. Post them in the Discord later. How
like
can
the
you
tease.
not like that? I love that.
I like the tease. That's what we like to say. Get in the gats.
My bank account and my Sportsbet account is ready to go green, brother. So let's do it.
Hey, Cam Rayner last week and Jordan DeGoey and someone else who I forgot.
Yep. The sandwich maker is well and truly ready after how much Breville cooked last week.
Oh, yeah.
I see what you did there.
It's almost well done. I'm not going to lie to you.
Tell you what I'm not buying. The umpiring is the best it's ever been. What a
Yep. Couldn't agree more. Ian
Johnson, Rao to Dunkley and Wilson to Humphreys. Yep, I'd do that.
Yep, love that. Yep.
Jonas,
I would go Sarong.
sorry.
I'd go Sarong, though, if you don't already have.
40 trades is plenty, but Supercoach should have locked everyone's last 5 trades for the final 6 weeks to keep people engaged all season. You know what, mate? I actually agree with you because when you're talking NBL and BBL, you've got max trades all year. And the Herald Sun and whichever newspaper it is that runs Supercoach make money off people staying engaged for the year. So I'm all about having 2 trades each round for the year. Yeah, it takes away some of the skill at the start to get your picks right, but it keeps people engaged for the year. So I actually rate that comment.
I don't mind it if they do something along the lines of the couple of rounds after the bye round. Once the teams are all once you've got your teams kind of sorted, you lock them out for a couple of weeks, or you lock one, let it go. Lock one, let it go. Don't mind that way of looking at it because then it would keep them engaged, and it's also a bit more strategy.
We are selling Richmond, not named Blight. Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yep, correct. Yep. Bang on the money there, Deadly. You got us.
Ian Johnson, Sexton 120 this week. You know what, Ian?
Unders.
If Sexton scores 120 this week, as soon as we start the pod next week, I'll scull a beer.
Oh, damn.
I am that confident. I'll probably still do it anyway, but I am that confident that will not happen.
Also like that.
Speaking of sells, are we going to sell our merch? Buy my merch.
Buy my merch.
Go.
Go to the Insight Fantasy Sports Discord score. The link is in the description. Go buy that. We have a heap of good stuff, like the hat you see right now on my head, like the beanie that you see right there on that beautiful horse's head, and like this jumper that you see that I'm wearing right now. Fantastic. It also comes in light blue.
Yep, and maroon.
And another, thank you. There's another color. So we have options now, Horse. We're expanding. And also, too, for God's sake, go out and buy the Weakest Piss Be Better hoodie. You want to, and if you don't, then you'll be looking at getting a rocket. I'll tell you that much. I will give you. I will cone anyone. I'll do it. All right? I don't care. I'll cone anyone.
You've got prize for coning anyone. Yes. Buy Lloyd Meek this week if you want a guaranteed 160. Then sell him to Tom de Koning next week. Enjoy.
Oh, jeez. Unlimited trades, but I like it.
Speaking of holds, our merch is something that you're going to want to have a chokehold on. Buy my merch.
Buy my merch.
And you know what? I'll let you read this one.
Oh, people will stop and watch you when you're doing all your work in our merch. Buy my merch. It's just going to be done. What's that code? Wait. Oh, yeah, that's right, because I finished off the cone of the week and said buy my merch after I coned Laura Kane. Yep, fair enough.
Is Fife and Impy a hold? No.
Sells. Yes. Both sells. Impy, you could get away with that for a bit.
Is Bont in an injury cloud? If so, 160 incoming. Yep, you're right. I want Jordan Clark VC into C Zorko. Ballsy.
Very ballsy with some of the other options that we have around, and I'd take Luke Ryan over Jordan Clark this week.
We've got people wanting to know, Skiddy, are you going to the North game next weekend at Marvel?
Nah, mate, I'm building me veranda.
How long till we see you at the footy?
I was going to go this week, actually, but I need to build the veranda. Other than that, I'm going to have to see where the next North home game is. Actually, I promised the Hugs and Kisses roommate that I'm going to take her to a Freo game because her favourite player is Fifey. So I might go to a Freo game.
Okay.
We'll see. Oh, Corey's at the North game this week. What a man! Give us all the stuff. From that. The other hard thing is, Horse, I can't go to a game. I have to watch every game, so it's bloody hard for me to go to a game. Then I miss the first.
I think we've got to get to a game, and we'll put it in the chat in our Discord. The game that we're going to, and let the people at home join us, mate, for a couple of frothies. Libba to Butters. Or do Port even it up with Drew to Libba to mitigate? Probably not.
Yeah, no, I doubt it. I reckon it's just going to be they'll run it. Libba might light tag defensive side of the forward, but I wouldn't say like it's a tag.
You know how Dylan said that the umpires are the best they've been?
Yep.
Pretty sure Dylan mixed up his Pornhub feed with the footage of the umpires.
A little bit of Riley Reid action.
Run your multis through Belmont, race 5, number 3. Oh,
thank you, Hands and Heels. I'm
Take
guessing
us-
that's on Saturday. I'm guessing.
you have a look at that right now while I keep going through these, mate.
Will do. I'm guessing it's Saturday.
And did you know that someone paid the Hocta chick $600 for her spit? I did know that.
I did know that too. Yeah, good.
Yeah, she put it in a jar or something, didn't she?
Yeah, I think so. And she met Shaq as well.
Yeah.
That's a piss up.
Horse live from the in-laws, risky, very risky, but willing to do it for the people at home.
Love that.
Scorched. BBL is coming. Harbour VC every game. You will not ever do that ever again. And Sam Harper, he didn't ruin my season because I never got him deadly, but he ruined Braino's season.
Yeah.
Mac's about to turn 22 at this point. You got to come get that footy, mate.
Max, you hit the footy, mate. The horse in question, race 5?
Race 5, number 3 at Belmont.
Yeah, it's called Petro Chuka. It's got pikey on it, $2.80. Looks pretty good. Don't mind it at all.
When's it racing Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. It's $2.80.
Gotcha.
Love that from your Hands and Heels.
Question.
Your name's Benny Scarf. Bugger off.
Is the footy flat yet from just sitting there? And would it be viable if you walked to the score to the search for Max?
It is actually starting to deflate a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. Would it be viable if I walked to the score to search for Max?
School probably. Yeah.
Well, mate, here's the thing. I live off the side of the school and it's school holidays. So he'll come get it when he needs.
Do we think Max King going down spells bad news for Owen Marshall? I think it does.
I don't think it does.
You don't think it does?
No. Campbell's not that good of a ruckman.
Marshall's been playing more forward over the last couple of weeks, though.
Just last week. That's where I got worried because Campbell came into the side. It just depends if just is Hayes ready to come back in or is he still done? It's just probably going to be Membry and Caminiti, but Caminiti's been playing back.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
Pickles is the kind of yeah.
I was going to say Marshall's good for goals for a GAT. That's for certain.
Pickles is the kind of guy who's yelling at the TV that
Membry.
Chesser is shit. Me last week.
Yep.
From Corey.
Yep.
That's why I gamble because I'm cooked after the weekend and my Supercoach season is done.
Pretty much.
What else we got here?
Dick's about 2 foot tall. Deadly's trying to figure out who's going to be the main forward for St Kilda. Shit, Dick's 2 foot tall.
Dick.
It's going to be Membry and Caminiti and Owens. Machito.
And I'm driving from Sydney to go next Saturday night. Meet me there, mate. We'll have a beer. Ooh.
Who the hell do we play next Saturday night? Don't know. But tell me which game. We can definitely sort something if I'm going.
And that's all the questions we've got, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Is there anything that you'd like to add before we knock off for the evening?
Nah, mate. I think that was another beautiful show. So well done, you. Good to have you back in non-night form mode.
Non-night shift mode. Love it. Yeah.
Want to say a big thank you to all the beautiful bastards in the chat. You guys are absolutely hilarious. Loved every single one of yous, and all the comments are hilarious. Makes us what we do so much fun. We enjoy it so much. So if you are not one of the people that commented in the chat or are in a Discord, jump on in. Feel free to talk as much shit as you like in Discord and in the YouTube chat. We got, as long as there's no abuse or anything like that, we don't care.
No,
it's
they've
all
got two big rules. Don't be a dickhead. Don't be shit.
Yep. And
if you love footy, the banter's fine, but as soon as you're a dickhead or you're shit, you'll get booted. So everyone's like-minded. We all love taking the piss. We all love talking footy, but there's a line. So
yep. Not against each other.
No.
Not against our members. It's a safe spot, but you're allowed to talk as much shit as you want in there. We don't care about that.
To give you an indication, ladies and gentlemen, since March this year, we've had 800 people join our Discord, and it is growing very rapidly. So we are very appreciative for the people at home that do jump in, talk footy, love the banter, love the chat, but we're also very respectful as well.
Mm-hmm.
Before we knock off for this evening, we do have our Punters Club. So if you are part of it and you want to get involved in the Discord, jump in. The description is below. And remember to like, subscribe, thumbs up, bell, all that good stuff. But we are all about breaking the stigma around mental health. So it is not weak to speak, and it is okay not to be okay. If you are struggling, reach out to someone, whether it be a trusted one, a loved one, a family member, or even if you want to speak to someone that you don't know but you respect. My inbox is always open, and Jake's is as well. We don't mind taking the time to talk to you if you are not okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is okay not to be okay, and it is not weak to speak. It is okay, and we respect each and every one of you. So, on behalf of Jake and I this evening, this is the AFL Insight Fantasy Podcast. We are going to be back Sunday night with a live. Bramble responsibility. It's not weak to speak. Get in the Discord. That's exactly right, mate. Everyone's all about it. It is not weak to speak. But ladies and gentlemen, get in the Discord. There is some ripping conversation in there. There's some great punts going on. There's some good banter. And if you don't want to listen to Kelly Underwood commentate a game, I might even start a live feed next week, and we'll get some people involved and we'll talk shit. So on behalf of Jake and I, it's been an absolute fucking pleasure. And we'll see you Sunday night for our live.
Yes,
this has been another episode of the Inside AFL podcast. Catch you then.
Buy our merch.
Be better.